Hi everyone, this is the second series following the warm-up half sun salutation and one round of sun salutation, and we come into a position called Tadasana, mountain pose. Separate the feet, could be hip distance apart, spreading the toes. Keep that tailbone long, and the palms are in this anatomical position. Space between the armpits. Please broaden the collarbones. Imagine you're squeezing a brick between the thighs, so engage the adductors. And broadening the sacrum. Lengthen through the base of the skull. And check how you are, how your breath is. So connect with that breath, the inhalation and the exhalation, gently through the nostrils. Keep spreading the toes, tailbone long, and draw that lower belly in and up. So you've just got this gentle strength in the legs and the upper part of the body. Tadasana, mountain posture, strengthening the legs, anatomical position. Great preparation for standing sequence postures. I'm going to stay as I am, facing the long edge of the mat. I'm going to walk step. You can jump the feet apart, please. Around 3 feet or so, not too long, not too wide, but just something that feels right for your body. Turn the right foot out, bend into the right knee, and maybe the thigh is parallel here, front thigh. Knee in line with the ankle, inhalation, let's extend the arms out. As you take an exhalation, you can just straighten that front leg and check that there's a rotation in the upper thigh as the knee comes towards the baby toe. Again, take an inhalation. As you take an exhalation, press into the outer edge of the left foot. Keep lifting through the inner arches. Inhalation. Take an exhalation, press firmly into both feet. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Gaze can be towards the middle finger on the right hand or straight ahead. Hands onto the hips, changing sides. And just check your heel to heel, just check your alignment. Bending into that left knee this time. Extend the arms out. Inhalation. Taking an exhalation. Option with the gaze towards the middle finger on the left hand or straight ahead. Breathe in through the nose. As you breathe out, a little micro bend in the elbows. Option to turn these palms upwards and then down, and notice the shoulders are activated here. Inhalation. Taking that exhalation, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, press firmly into the feet, strong in both legs. Hands to the hips. Keep the feet, both feet tracking forward, please. Hands to the hips. Shorter stance for Trikonasana, triangle posture. Turning the right foot out, check that you're heel to heel or heel to instep. You can have a micro bend into that knee as you lean to the right side, please. Lengthen out with that right arm. Place the right hand onto the shin. Turn the torso, inhalation. Reach the left arm up. As you take an exhalation, gaze, my gaze is going to be down, yours could be to the side or up. Inhalation, imagine that you're expanding. As you take an exhalation, through the nose, press into the right big toe and activate that front thigh. Trikonasana. Gently turning the torso, inhalation, and taking an exhalation. Lift up, you can have a bend into the right knee. Let's change sides. Repeat on the other side, let's hold on to the hips. And then extend the left arm forward. So you've got this length and this reach to the left side of the body. Left hand comes down onto that front shin. This is essentially your Trikonasana. Keep drawing the lower belly in and up. This option to keep the right hand onto the hip. You might extend the arm out and then reach down with the left hand. So imagine this pull from both hands, expansion with the chest. Inhalation. So I'm taking a conscious exhalation. I want to press into that left big toe, activate that front thigh. Trikonasana means triangle pose. Tri means 3. Activating the thighs. Lift up through the top hand, bend into the left knee, hand to the hips. So coming back into that warrior 2 position. Warrior 2, you're bending that front thigh. And then bring the right elbow onto the front thigh, left hand onto the left hip. Let's reach the left arm up and bring the bicep across the ear. Please press into both feet. You have the option to reach the right hand down towards the inside of the right foot. And I'm going to keep my gaze down. This is Parsvakonasana. Parsva means side angle, so it's to the side rather than to the front. So I'm keeping an awareness of the breath. Soften that left shoulder. And to come out, press into both feet, lift back up into that Virabhadrasana 2. Let's place the hands onto the hips. Change sides. Parsvakonasana, bend into the front knee. Left elbow onto that front thigh, right hand, right hip, stay here, knee in line with the ankle. I'm going to release the left hand down and I'm going to reach up through that right arm. Option to bring the bicep across the ear as well. Softening the shoulders, keep pressing into the feet. This is Udita Parsvakonasana, and Udita means extended. I want you to notice the line of energy from that right baby toe towards the right finger, right baby finger. Keep spinning the torso, opening the chest. Press into the left foot, lift up, up, up. Big inhalation. Hands to the hips. So stay here in this position, feet facing forward. I'm going to bring some yoga bricks here. Let's place them towards the front here, front of my torso. Place the hands onto the hips and lift through the chest. So the thighs are strong, so that same idea of pressing into the feet. I'd like to keep this length in the torso. Now breathe in through the nose. As we breathe out, think of lengthening forward towards me. Keep lengthening towards the camera. Keep lengthening. Keep hold of the hips. Keep coming forward. Please bend the knees as much as you like. Think of strength in the legs. Keep coming forward. Lengthen the torso. And then draw that lower belly in and up. Lifting through the inner arches. So the hands can be on the bricks. So see, I've got this length in the torso. The bricks might also be flat down, but place the hands forward first. You've got this length and extension into the spine. And let's bend the left knee. and bend the right knee. There's always choices in yoga, and you might need to keep a little bit of movement. Don't stay rigid. And then I'm going to place my hands on the floor, look up. Slowly, I might walk the hands in between the feet. This is wide-legged, standing forward bend. Prasarita Padottanasana. Going to lift through the torso. Going to bend the elbows. Keep extending through the spine. Keep the collarbones open. Keep coming forward, forward, forward. And I'm going to tip the weight forward. Keep a flexion in the elbows and the elbows coming towards each other. Always stay here with the chest lifted up. Take a pause. Now everybody look up. Heel toe in a little bit. Couple of options to come out. Place the hands onto the bricks or bend the knees, hands back onto the hips, lifting up, 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 all the way up. Let's clasp the hands behind us, open the chest. Placing the bricks just here for the time being. Jump the feet together, back to Tadasana now, back to the starting position. Taking a pause here, soft breath in, and then a deep breath out. Going to come to the, let's just say this is the top of my mat. Coming into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. So they're more like lunging postures. Take a big step back with the right foot. And let's turn around. So I'm pivoting around. So the right leg is facing forward. There's a bend into the right knee. You can widen the stance here a little bit, holding on to the hips, open the chest, and draw those front ribs in and up, and lift up through the back ribs. Now you might clasp the hands, so I'm just hooking my thumbs as you come forward, or you might reach the arms up. Virabhadrasana 1, mainly facing forward, but you might want to do a 1.5, as in just turning to the left side a little bit. That could be better for the hips and the lower back. Take another inhalation. Place the hands back onto the hips. And then from there, we're pivoting round. So the left foot is facing forward. And just notice what I'm doing here. I'm thinking of train tracks rather than a tightrope. I'm bending that left knee so it's in line with the ankle. There's an internal rotation in the back thigh. Hands on the hips, stay here, draw the ribs in, or reach the arms up, clasping the thumbs, or reach the arms higher. So Virabhadrasana 1 is a good preparation for strengthening the back, opening the heart. Good preparation for back bending postures. Another option I forgot to say is you can clasp the hands in this posture. Vira 1. And then from here, I'm going to ask you to pivot round again. So we're just back to the start, back to Warrior 1 essentially, but we're going to lower the left knee down. Please protect the knees. I've got a double mat. And I'm turning my belly to the right leg. You can just reach the arms out. Then you can bring the arms into cactus hands and spread the fingers. Turning from the belly. This is option A for Parivrita Pajvakonasana. Parivrita means revolved. Another option, right hand onto the sacrum, hook the left elbow round, bring the thumbs to the chest. Keep looking down. Inhalation. Exhalation. Breathing in, breathing out. So this is actually squeezing my tummy muscles I think you might hear things as you're pressing the tummy muscles in this posture. Keep pressing into that right heel. And the gaze, again, for me, I just prefer it down. It's better for my neck. It can be just to the side or up behind. To come out, going to press into the right heel and lift the back knee up and pivot round back to this lunge position. Lower the right knee down. Left knee in line with the ankle. Turn the torso, the belly to the left side. Extend the arms out. So remember, this is an option. Cactus arms is another option. Pressing into that left heel. Left hand to the sacrum, hook the right elbow around. Now imagine the inner thighs are squeezing towards each other. And keep the gaze down to the left foot. Breathe in through the nose. Breathing out optional with the hands in prayer position. Bring the thumbs to the middle of the chest. And notice where the gaze falls best. But keep the gaze fixed, stay focused. Inhalation. Exhalation. Lift back up. I'm going to step to the front of the mat. Take a pause. Be aware of the breath, the inhalation. And the exhalation. Might just be a little bit faster. Parsvanasana is the next posture. I'm going to take the bricks with me. Step back, right foot. Pivot all the way around. Back into that same stance, back into that warrior one position. Option to just place the bricks either side of the foot, and we can stay here and spread the toes. Open the chest, and you're bringing the right hip back and left hip forward. Keep the length in the torso, and let's lift back up. I just do like to do a bend in the knee and open the chest, and then flow back down. Inhalation. So some of you might know this variation where you've got hold of the forearms. Exhalation. Inhalation. And then exhalation. Keep spreading the toes. Bringing that right hip back, left hip forward. So spreading the toes on that front foot. Keep the extension. And then the folding forward. And let's have a little bend into the right knee. Parsvanasana. Big inhalation, look up. I'm going to bend the right knee, press into both feet, lift up, and pivot round to the other side. So just to be clear, if you don't have bricks, you can hold on to the forearms here, or make two fists and open the chest. Otherwise, hold on to the hips, lengthen forward. This is the inhalation. Coming forward. Left hip comes back, right hip comes forward. Hands onto the bricks. So I'm going to bend the left knee a little bit, open the chest, and then gently fold. Keep spreading the toes on the left foot. Inhalation. Imagine that you're rising up and expanding. And allow the exhalation to bring you further into that fold, and you're flexing from the hips. Hands can be on the floor as well. Inhalation to lengthen. Exhalation. Just have a little micro bend in the left knee and the back knee as well, if that's needed for any hypermobility issues. Inhalation, looking up, up, up. Press into the left foot as you lift up. Take the bricks with you, pivot round for Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolved triangle. Same stance as before, that warrior one, Parsvanasana. Hands onto the hips, keep a bend into the right knee, lengthen forward, forward. Let's just place the left hand to the brick that's on the left side, open the torso, and extend the right arm up. You can keep a bend into the right knee. You might have the left hand coming down. Bring that right hip back, left hip forward. So So sometimes the gaze is at the top thumb or down, especially if we're new to this posture. Please keep a bend in the knee as much as we need to. Twisting from the belly. Parivrita Trikonasana. Press into both heels, please. And then look down. Place the hands onto the bricks. Pivot round and take both bricks forward now. So back to that stance. So both hands onto the hips. You can reach forward with the right hand. And the right hand is coming to this brick that's furthest away from the left foot. You might bring it to the other foot. But let's just be kind for the time being. Little bend into the left knee and then spin the chest open. And then reach that left arm up. Optional. Doesn't matter whether that left leg straightens or not. Parivrita Trikonasana, turning the belly. Just gently turning here. Looking up, up, up. All the way up. So I've managed to bring my hand down to the floor and keep lifting, keeping the torso up. I'm going to keep the gaze down. Revolve triangle. Place the left hand onto the sacrum, press into both feet. Let's step forward. I'm coming into Uttanasana. Bend the knees, spreading the toes. Keep the length in the torso. Same thing as we did in wide leg standing forward bend. Hands coming onto the bricks or the floor. Could be ahead of you, and we can keep looking up. If we look up, it could be better for low blood pressure. Folding down. This is, you'll probably feel this on the hamstrings. Keep the chest forward. I say you probably will feel this on the hamstrings. It depends. You might feel it somewhere else. You might feel it more on the heels or the ankles. So notice how the posture is. Traditionally, it's known as a posture that's stretching the front, and so the back of the body and the hamstrings involved. Keep the feet activated. Think of length. Bend those knees as much as we like. Please take a look up halfway to come out. Bend the knees. Place the heels of the hands onto the thighs, lifting up, up, up. And then the final posture in this standing sequence here is Vrikshasana. So Vrikshasana is tree pose. I've got the brick here. Might be nice just to come next to a wall, so left hand against the wall. Spread the toes on the left foot. Going to turn the right knee out. So it just gives you an idea. If you didn't have the brick, you can be here. Otherwise, place the foot onto the brick, turning the right knee out, holding on to the hips. And imagine that you're like a tree. So the feet planted. Draw the front ribs in, bring the hands together. Keep the gaze fixed. You might grab hold of that ankle, right ankle with the right hand, and press the right heel to the left inner thigh. Gently opening out through the right hip. And then the option to come out like a tree. Open the arms out, soften the shoulders, reach through the hands. So here the left thigh is activated. And so the outer left thigh and the inner left thigh activated with that right heel pressing in. And this is opening my hips. I can feel this opening my hips. Inhalation. You can have a bend into the left knee. Exhalation, just gently lean to the left. Come back to the center. Lean to the right side. Releasing the hands down. And shaking the legs out. So Vrikshasana on the other side. Quite good for giving us some strength in our legs and building some more strength in our bones, hopefully. Left heel pressing into the calf, stay there. Hands in prayer position, tailbone long. Breathe in through the nose, please. Breathe out through the nose. Keep the gaze fixed, so the gaze is fixed on something that doesn't move. If the eyes wander, the mind will wander. Keep squeezing that lower belly in and up. It's just optional to bring the left heel towards the right inner thigh. So you can keep one hand onto the ankle, one hand on the chest. So find the steadiness, collarbones open, tailbone long, steadiness with the breath. The arms might open up. Imagine you're like the tree, heart lifting up to the sky, feet firmly planted. Keep a bend into the right knee, just going to lean to the right, to the center, and then to the left. Hands into prayer position. So trees are like nature, so there's obviously lots of wobbling. That's okay. I'm just going to release back into Uttanasana, standing forward bend, releasing the spine. And I'm going to place my hands onto the bricks, spread the toes. And I'll step into a down dog here. My down dog is quite wide, spreading the fingers, drawing the lower belly in and up. Pressing into the fingertips and imagining the inner heels drawing down. Coming onto the tippy toes, onto the knees. And just a little stretch back into Balasana, child's pose. Just finding my place on the earth, finding my connection to the ground. And I'm in Dandasana now, which is a staff pose. Staff pose here, spreading the toes. And the bricks will come in really handy. I just like to have something to sit on. It just helps my pelvis to be supported. Please spread the toes here. I'm squeezing the brick, yoga brick, between the thighs, keeping the spine lifted, spreading the toes. Keep the gaze at the toes, Dandasana. And this is where this sequence will finish, and we'll continue on to the third series. Dandasana means stick. And for extra alertness, you can squeeze a brick, pressing the palms into the brick to activate the upper part of the body. Thank you.